The City of Albany Pipe Band is a nonprofit organization promoting the appreciation of traditional bagpipe music through a continuing effort of instruction, promoting self-improvement, and active participation in parades and competitions. As a symbol of continuing the Franciscan tradition at Siena and the importance of Franciscan values to the Siena education, the friars of our local community lead today's commencement procession. Mr. Paul Dwyer, Professor of Accounting and Business Law and Chair of the Faculty, now leads in the graduating class and the school faculties. Professor Dwyer carries the Mace, which is a symbol of the college. The Mace is approximately 4 feet long and 8 inches wide at the top. It is made of polished bronze with a satin finish. The seal of Siena College surmounts the head of the Mace, and 2 bands intersecting at right angles surround a bronze disc at the top. The disc represents Christ in the Eucharist. The area within the circle represents the unity of God. The many rays radiating from the center symbolize the glory of God. The Siena Mace is a gift from Nancy and Thomas D. O'Connor. Mr. O'Connor is a former chair of the Board of Trustees. Following Professor Dwyer are the Alpha Kappa Alpha graduates. Started in the 1940s, Alpha Kappa Alpha is the honor society of Siena College. Membership in AKA is the highest award granted to students at graduation. AKA members are led by Dean of Students, Ms. Jabrina Robinson, and Dr. Tamara Durant, Associate Vice President for Student Academic Support and Engagement. The AKA graduates are followed by the officers of the class of 2019, the student speaker, and the vocalist, and graduates receiving 2 degrees today. Dr. Christian Farnan, Associate Professor of English, serves as Grand Marshal for today's commencement. The Alpha Kappa Alpha graduates carry in the Siena banners. They, too, are a significant part of the heritage of Siena and derive from the city of St. Bernardine, the college's patron, Siena, Italy. Following this year's AKA graduates and class officers is Dr. Laura Whalen, Dean of the School of Liberal Arts, leading the liberal arts faculty and graduating students. The School of Liberal Arts offers majors in American Studies, Classics, Communications, Creative Arts, Economics, English, French, Health Studies, History, Philosophy, Political Science, Psychology, Religious Studies, Social Work, Sociology, Spanish, and a student-designed interdisciplinary major. Some highlights from the School of Liberal Arts from this year. Associate Professor Scott Nelson Foster will exhibit recent paintings in the Artist Statement No. 4 exhibition at the Chung Institute for Contemporary Art in Gimpo, South Korea. The exhibition runs from May 9th through the 25th. A catalog will be published by CIA Press and will be available on Amazon.com in the United States. The Clare Ensemble Singers is a professional chamber choir in residence at Siena College and founded this year. The group is made of professional singers from the Capital Region with the mission of enhancing the musical life of campus and facilitating community engagement with Siena's Heritage edition of the St. John's Bible. The Siena College Choral Composition Competition and Award was established, and in April, we gave the world premiere of the first award-winning composition, Your Word is a Lamp, by Alan Macmillan. The McCormick Center for the Study of the American Revolution brought postdoctoral professor Dr. Andrew Beaupre to campus for this academic year. With specialized skills in archaeology, he enhanced the curriculum with courses on Native American history and historical archaeology. Immediately after commencement, Dr. Tim Cooper will be traveling to Japan with 16 students who are part of his History of Modern Japan class. Dr. Cooper is also a 5th degree black belt in Aikido and hosted a demonstration earlier this month. Jessica DuPont, class of 2022, will be among the students traveling with Dr. Cooper to Japan. DuPont is the inaugural recipient of the Gerald DeFrancisco Travel Fellowship. The annual fellowship was established to help Siena students travel overseas as part of a course offered through the History Department. Dr. Karen Sonnelitter published a book, The Great Irish Famine, A History in Documents, by Broadview Press. Tony Manella has written and presented an article at UAlbany about the moral importance of protribution, or paying it forward, and he's published a journal article on gratitude to nature. He's also published a book chapter naming and describing the surprising number of vices associated with the virtue of gratitude. Joshua Alexander published an article titled Knowledge, Certainty, and Skepticism, a Cross-Cultural Study in Epistemology for the Rest of the World, published by Oxford University Press, and presented a paper at the 2018 meeting of the Society for Philosophy and Psychology at the University of Michigan. Lori Naranch had an article published in the philosophy journal Hypatia. She also presented her study on craft time, sustainability, and political resistances at the Western Political Science Association in San Diego. In May, she'll be presenting her work on aging at the Zone Moda conference at the University of Bologna in Italy. Jack Collins presented his work on novice political candidates at the Southern Political Science Association conference in Austin, Texas. He also presented a study at the American Election Academic Symposium at St. Anselm College in Manchester, New Hampshire. Len Cutler and graduating senior Shelby Davis presented their study entitled President Richard Nixon's Realpolitik versus President Donald Trump's Principled Realism National Security Strategy at the 50th anniversary meeting of the Northeastern Political Science Association meeting in Montreal. Dr. Holly Grieco and religious studies major Alyssa Lewis, along with Professor Scott Foster, received a Siena Summer Scholars Fellowship for summer 2018 for a collaborative project called The Historical Contents for Contemporary Illumination of Franciscan Texts, a collaboration in the spirit of the St. John's Bible. Professor Donna McIntosh earned a graduate certificate in environmental sustainability in October from American Public University and is currently pursuing completion of a master's degree in environmental sustainability. Dr. Rong Fu had 2 peer-reviewed articles published recently, Intergenerational Association of Maternal Obesity and Child Peer Victimization, and Depressive Symptoms Among Adult Children Caregivers in China. Senior Communications major Juliana Sebastian created an original video series documenting the advances of women in collegiate sports. The production was an independent study project supervised by Dr. Taylor and supported by the college's Center for Undergraduate Research and Creative Activity. Dr. John Cummings, the Dean of the School of Science, is followed by the School of Science faculty and graduating students. The School of Science offers majors in applied physics, biochemistry, biology, chemistry, computational physics, computer science, data science, environmental science, environmental studies, mathematics, nursing, physics, and software development. Some highlights from the School of Science. Dr. John Bannon co-authored several papers, including Full Factors and Co-Amenable Inclusion, that solves 2 long-term open questions in the theory of von Neumann algebras. He was also invited to speak at British Mathematical Colloquium and at the University of Copenhagen. Dr. Scott Greenhalgh's article, Managing Merrick's Disease in the Egg Industry, was published in the journal Epidemics. He also co-organized the Pie Your Professor on Pi Day event at Siena. Students got to shove a pie in a faculty member's face for correctly solving an equation. The event was covered by 3 media outlets. Dr. George Barnes was awarded nearly $300,000 by the National Science Foundation to study collision-induced dissociation. This grant will support 9 Siena student research experiences over the next 3 years. Dr. Jody O'Donnell and students Michael Ramsey and Alec Dorfner traveled to this spring's American Chemical Society National Meeting and Exposition in Orlando, Florida, to present their research conducted as Siena Summer Scholars. Siena's new Brea Observatory was officially opened in November. On April 1st, physics majors James D'Agostino and Daniel Alspak detected a planet that belongs to a class of exoplanets that's approximately 1,000 light years out in deep space. Agostino and interdisciplinary major Kimberly Conger traveled to an observatory in the Canary Islands in Spain with Dr. Rose Finn to obtain imaging data for a sample of nearby galaxies. Dr. Thomas Kuhil is advising the Jet Propulsion Laboratory and NASA on the Mars sample return mission. He will be proposing methods to sterilize the samples before they reach Earth in order to prevent backward contamination should Mars have any life forms. Madeleine Hagen spent the fall semester at CERN, the Particle Physics Laboratory in Geneva, Switzerland. She has been accepted to PhD programs at Southern Methodist University, Brandeis, Northeastern, Carnegie Mellon, and Johns Hopkins. Physics major and data science minor Spencer Tibbetts traveled to the NBA headquarters in Secaucus, New Jersey in October to compete in the official NBA hackathon, where he worked with students from all over the country to analyze data on basketball viewership. Dr. Greg Burns was awarded a $150,000 grant from the Mandai Development Group to investigate the consequences of urban development on the habitat connectivity of gliding mammals. Dr. Burns was also a visiting scholar at the Max Planck Institute for Intelligent Systems in Stuttgart, Germany this summer. The Dean of the School of Business, Dr. Charles Seifert, leads the School of Business faculty and graduating students in the Master of Science and Bachelor of Science programs. The School of Business offers undergraduate majors in accounting, actuarial science, business, economics, finance, management, and marketing, as well as a Master of Science in accounting and a Master of Business administration. Some School of Business highlights from this year. The Master of Business Administration program was approved by the New York State Education Department in March 2018. The MBA program began offering its initial courses this spring. The program has 4 unique and specialized concentrations: business analytics, finance, marketing, and strategic management. The Master of Science in Accounting program graduated its 11th class this year. The class is comprised of 51 graduates who are entering public, corporate, governmental, and not-for-profit accounting. The new Health Administration track within the Health Studies major is supported by the School of Business. The track celebrates its first graduate this year, Paris Archon. A minor in healthcare management, supported by the School of Business, replaces the former Health Services Administration minor. The new minor provides students, no matter their major, with a background in the healthcare management profession. The minor closely aligns with Siena's new interdisciplinary major in health studies. The School of Business Lecture Series, coordinated by Associate Professor Deborah Kelly, hosted 6 guest speaker programs this year. These programs are always very popular with students since the speakers share a real-world career advice and their personal experiences and success from a variety of business perspectives. All 6 speakers this year were Siena alumni. The Ted Winowski Class of '63 Student Conference in Business was held on April 5th. Students presented their research projects and business plans with awards given for Best Paper and Best Presentation across various disciplines. 4 graduating seniors from Siena College attended the U.S. Naval Academy Leadership Conference in January. Michael Bove, Shayla Encarnacion, Emma Mcdonald, and ROTC cadet Devin Wentworth. The faculty escort was Dr. Fred DeCasperis, Professor of Management. Sponsored by the Siena College School of Business, the Lewis Golub Executive Lecture Series brings business executives to Siena College to speak to students and faculty about ethics in relation to business principles and practices. It was established in honor of philanthropist and food industry visionary Lewis Golub, class of '53. This year's lecture, held on March 26th, was presented by Michael Marusic, class of '88, the president and CEO of Sharp Imaging. Dr. Chester Breary, associate professor of accounting, participated in The Academic Minute, a national public radio production that spotlights academic research by faculty from colleges and universities worldwide. Dr. Breary spoke on whether colleges can meet the needs of the massive job growth in data science and analytics. Dr. Doug Longstrom and Senior Sarah Riso co-authored The Handbook of Golf History. Longstrom's third book on golf explores the history of the sport and its evolution to modern popularity and success. The Entrepreneur of the Year Award was presented to James Morrell, class of '66, chairman of Panmal Broadcasting, on April 16th. Mr. Morrell is a successful serial entrepreneur and a well-respected Capital Region philanthropist. The Entrepreneurship Speaker Series this spring, jointly sponsored by the Stack Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship and the Siena College Entrepreneurship Club, hosted entrepreneurs Terry Nelrod and Joe Tyler. They addressed customer discovery disciplines and tools for startup businesses. Sponsored by the Stack Center, the Madelone Wall of Success seeks to inspire current students through the recognition of past Siena graduates who have launched highly successful businesses. 7 businesses were inducted onto the Madelone Wall of Success on November 12th. The Wall of Success, now in its 6th year, proudly showcases the logos of over 70 businesses. The Stack Center hosts Spark Tank once per semester, a college-wide internal business plan competition at which student teams present their early-stage business plans to a 3-judge panel of evaluators chosen from the Capital Region business community. In the fall competition, first place went to Funlets, created by brothers Vincent and Zachary Mills. The Empower You Summit Referee Training System by Yumi Kagayama took top honors in the spring competition. The Mills brothers went on to pitch Funlets at the New York Business Plan Competition Regionals and won the Consumer Product and Services Division. Yumi placed first in the Technology and Entertainment category. Winners in all 6 categories competed for the Regional Capital Cup, which went to Yumi for her virtual reality platform. This is the 2nd year in a row that the prestigious Capital Cup has gone to a Siena student. For the 5th year in a row, Siena College and the Stack Center will host the New York State High School Student Business Plan Competition on May 22nd. This event brings high school students, their parents, and mentors to campus for a 1-day competition. It provides an opportunity for the entrepreneurs of tomorrow to receive feedback and coaching on the ideas they have today. Finance major Philip Haraborovici and his friend Alex Melas created and developed an app called Rotc that allows students to rent textbooks for lower prices. Their app was featured on the local ABC News. Professor Elaine Phelan participated on a panel in March with women business executives titled She's the Boss. The panel discussion highlighted techniques Siena women graduates should consider as they begin and later advance in their careers in the workplace. The Institute for Leadership Development serves the Capital Region by providing top-quality leadership development training and consulting. This past year, the Institute, among other accomplishments, worked closely with Better Health for Northeast New York to develop and facilitate a 6-session leadership training series. Over 100 attendees from more than 20 local community-based organizations attended this series to better prepare themselves to contract with local managed care organizations on a value-based outcomes payment system. Following the School of Business graduates are the library faculty, led by Ms. Loretta Ebert, Director of the Library and Audiovisual Services, and then the administrators of the college, led by Mr. Jason Rich, Chair of the Council of Administrators. The administrators of the college are followed by the Reserve Officer Training Corps Color Guard. The U.S. Army ROTC program has been a proud member of Siena College for the past 69 years. Today, the Color Guard presents the national colors. Today, the Color Guard presents the national colors and the colors of the Mohawk ROTC Battalion. The cadets representing the program in today's Color Guard are Cadet Emise Dunn, Cadet Andrew Herr, Cadet Gwendolyn Jackson, Cadet Eli Nicholson, Cadet Colin Bressett, and Cadet Mary Cavalier. The Reserve Officer Training Corps Color Guard is followed by our platform party, consisting of the college chaplain, the President's Cabinet, the Jerome Walton Excellence in Teaching Award recipient, the Father Matthew T. Conlon Distinguished Service Award recipient, members of our retiring faculty, members of the Board of Trustees and Board of Advisors, the Chair of the Board of Trustees, our honorary degree recipient, the Bishop of the Diocese of Albany, and the President of Siena College. Dr. Margaret Madden, Vice President for Academic Affairs, will initiate today's commencement activities.
Bishop Scharfenberger, Mr. Murray, Ms. Gutman, Brother Coughlin, and members of the Board of Trustees and Board of Advisors, members of the 2019 graduating class of Siena College, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to these, our 79th commencement exercises in the 81st year of the college. I'm Dr. Margaret Madden, and I have the pleasure of presiding over this ceremony. The Siena College community thanks the relatives and friends of our graduates for attending this morning and sharing this joyous event. We also would like to particularly acknowledge those alumni parents, grandparents, and relatives of our graduates. I ask all alumni to please stand. Welcome back. As we begin the ceremony, I request that all cell phones be silenced, Additionally, please follow the directions of the ushers to ensure the solemnity of today's proceedings for the benefit of all our graduates and their guests. In this graduating class of 2019, we have 868 baccalaureate graduates. Of these, 267 will receive their degrees with honors, 55 summa cum laude, 96 magna cum laude, and 116 cum laude. Additionally, today we recognize the achievements of our 51 graduates in the Master of Science in Accounting program. Our class includes 476 women and 443 men, with one graduate receiving 2 degrees. 19 of our graduates are honors fellows, completing a combination of honors courses, service activities, and a culminating honors thesis. I now call upon Father Lawrence Anderson, Order of Friars Minor, chaplain of the college, to give the invocation. After the prayer, please remain standing for the singing of the National Anthem. Father Leary.
Let us pray. Good and gracious God, you are with us in every transition and change. As the class of 2019 enters into a new era with excitement and even some anxiety, we recall your deep compassion, your presence, and your abounding love. We thank you for the gifts, talents, and skills with which you have blessed these young men and young women. We thank you for the experiences that have brought these sons and daughters of Siena to this moment in time. Walk by their side to help them on their way. Be their companion on life's journey and their refuge in all its adversity. On this Mother's Day, we ask a special blessing for our mothers in gratitude for their love, for their patience, for their perseverance, and for their wisdom. My friends, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he turn his face on you and give you his peace and joy, his love and protection. May he be with you now at this hour and every moment in your life. Amen.
Now I invite Emma Hendersheet, class of 2019, to lead us in the singing of the National Anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the
The members of our color guard are cadets from the Mohawk ROTC Battalion. I now introduce Mr. John Murray, class of 1979, chair of the Siena College Board of Trustees. Mr. Murray.
Thank you, Dr. Madden. Good morning. A special welcome to all the mothers who've joined us today. It's my pleasure, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, to welcome the class of 2019, their families, friends, and all the distinguished guests that join us here today. Today is a day of Thanksgiving. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to thank our graduates for choosing Siena College at this important time of your life. I'd also like to thank your parents, grandparents, relatives, and friends for supporting your journey here today. I thank the volunteers and staff who have worked tirelessly to make this a special day, and I'd like to recognize two very special groups who not only make this day possible, but without either, we would have no celebration today. The first is the world-class faculty of Siena College that gathers with us today and truly differentiates us as a college of excellence. The second is our Franciscan community, our founders, sponsors, and the guardians of our mission. Our faculty and our Franciscan community are truly blessings on Siena College. Please join me in recognizing. "40 years ago, I crossed the stage in the newly built Alumni Recreation Center, and one of the great blessings of my life has been my continued association with Siena College. Please join me, stay connected, get involved, support this wonderful institution that means so much to all of us. Welcome, enjoy the day, go forth, serve the world, serve each other."
It gives me great pleasure now to introduce to you the president of the class of 2019, Emma Mcdonald, to offer a welcome to today's ceremony. Emma?
Good morning, Brother Ed, faculty and administrators, honorable guests, families, friends, and the class of 2019. I have thought for countless hours, days, and months about what I'd like to talk about today. What do I want my message to be? I have researched and asked questions and friends and looked at an empty Google Doc page for hours on end. And then it hit me. Why Siena? Why and how did we all end up here? On accident? Because your sister, mother, or second cousin went here? A scholarship? Because it was just the perfect fit? All I do know is that 4 years ago, we all made a conscious change that will affect us for the rest of our lives. Whether that started with Siena or not, we are here now. And this could be debatable to some, but I wanted to start with, I loved it here. I loved it here from the moment I stepped on campus my junior year of high school. Well, really, when I was 8 years old, when I went to my first Siena basketball game. And then, of course, the 5 other times I visited, telling my parents on every visit I just wanted to make sure, even though I knew this was my new home. I loved it here, but it wasn't always easy to. It wasn't easy to read all of those long books for first-year seminar, wake up early to run across campus in the freezing cold to make it to that 8 a.m., especially when living in Newhall. But Siena showed me that if something was easy, it probably was not worth my time. And if I wasn't being pushed, I was probably approaching it in the wrong way. And throughout our long but oh so short 4 years here, we changed. We grew up, some emotionally, some physically, and hopefully all of us academically. Not only did we change, but so did Siena. We saw a turf field get torn apart and put back together, a few new signs, a few more majors, and even a new gym, finally. And every one of these changes, both with Siena and ourselves, will affect us for the rest of our lives, as they made us into the people we are today. I won't claim to know how to face the many opportunities and challenges of post-grad life. I only know that whatever paths we take won't be the easy ones, and we will be knocked down now and then, but we will rise back up. Think back to orientation, when a quad full of strangers soon became best friends, and some of these best friends will become our apartment roommates, lifetime partners, bridesmaids, groomsmen, and maybe even the godparents of our children. Because in these 4 years, we realized that it was not where you are that matters, but it's who you are with. Every challenge we face together. I know we will make it through this because we are not alone. We have one another. Look around you. See everything Siena has given you. Your classmates, your best friends, your future coworkers, your family. As we go on, let's not only remember the parts of Siena that did change, but some of the lessons that it taught us that will never change. Like how we quickly learned to take the extra second, sometimes minute, to hold the door for that next person at Siena Hall. Or how we learned to stand up and to help not only our friends, but our foes and strangers, and that person you don't really know, but you're pretty sure you had English with them freshman year. And finally, how we learned from St. Francis to act as an instrument of peace and to spread love and acceptance wherever we go in our lives. Siena truly is the education for a lifetime, because we may have only been here for a few years, but we will forever be Siena Saints. All of us will move mountains together. 4 years ago, we had the biggest change in our lives, and now we have to do it all again. As we step off this campus and into the real world, we aren't alone. We join the ranks of Siena alums reaching out to us with open arms. It won't be easy. Change never has been easy. But if we learned anything from our years here, we can handle it. We can persevere through and leave our mark or our paw print on the world. Your mountain is waiting, class of 2019. Let's get on our way.
We now recognize 3 faculty members selected by their colleagues and students who exemplify the best of our Siena faculty. Their biographies and accomplishments are summarized in your program on pages 24 through 26. In keeping with the Siena College mission of emphasis on teaching, each year, one faculty member is recognized for his or her efforts by being awarded the Jerome Walton Excellence in Teaching Award. This award is named for Professor Walton, one of the college's first lay faculty members. This year's recipient is Dr. Marianne Egan, Professor of Computer Science. Professor Egan?
Graduates, faculty, families, friends, and especially the moms who get to spend Mother's Day with us, good morning and congratulations to the Siena College class of 2019. When I found out that I would be speaking at graduation, I asked my students and my own children for some advice as to what they would want to hear. Some of their suggestions included, talk about the secret to a happy life, give us the best advice you've ever received, challenge us to go out and do whatever we're afraid of, to push the limits and be bold. One said that I should watch Conan O'Brien's Commencement Address so I won't be boring. Another said I should pound the podium and make demands like Dwight Schrute in The Office. 2 of the most honest people said, keep it short, no one's listening anyway. Since I'm not a comedian, I immediately ruled out the Dwight Schrute and Conan O'Brien suggestions, and I can't possibly cover the rest of the topics and still keep it short. So I decided to follow one suggestion that I haven't mentioned yet. Talk about something that you're passionate about. I teach a course, Diversity in Computer Science, which explores the issues and influences on the recruitment and retention of underrepresented groups in computer science. In other words, anyone who's not a white male. While I'm not going into the myriad of reasons that the field still has a long way to go to achieve diversity, I will talk about one thing: imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is defined as a psychological pattern in which an individual doubts his or her accomplishments and has a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. They incorrectly attribute their success to luck or as a result of deceiving others into thinking that they are more intelligent than they themselves perceive to be. Not surprisingly, members of underrepresented groups suffer from imposter syndrome in higher proportions than others. So why am I telling you this? Well, I have often noticed that many Siena students also experience imposter syndrome. Many graduating students are unsure of their abilities when they compare themselves to graduates of other schools, perhaps more technical schools. I'm not going to ask you to raise your hands to indicate whether you may or may not also harbor these doubts, but I'm sure many of you can relate to these feelings. I can tell you right now that I'm feeling some imposterism as I stand here before you, knowing how many amazing professors are sitting behind you. But what we forget is that Siena graduates are different. While additional technical skills can be taught, interpersonal skills are much harder to develop. When a company is looking at a potential employee, they know they can sign them up for training course to quickly fill in any missing technical skills. But developing interpersonal skills is much more difficult. As a Siena student, you have learned, starting in your freshman year, how to work with others toward a common goal. You have learned to work with people who are smarter than you, not as smart as you, more demanding, quieter, you name it. You have also learned to read other people's cues, either your classmates, your professors, or the audience in front of you, to see how they are receiving the information you are giving. These skills are very hard to teach, but you have developed them over the last 4 years with the help of your professors and classmates. I often remind my students and my own children who are also Siena grads of these abilities. One of my sons admitted that he never really believed me about the value of these skills, nor the underrepresentation of women in tech. When he and another Siena student were hired, along with graduates from technical and Ivy League schools, they were nervous about their liberal arts computer science skills. But after working for a while, they realized the value of the combination of these skills and how few women there really are in the field. So he admitted I was right on both counts. Yep, you heard that. One of my kids admitted I was right. I could list many more examples of Siena students going on to big-name companies and worrying about competing with graduates from more technical schools. But it always turns out the same. Siena students excel due to their ability to combine both content knowledge and interpersonal skills. And then the companies want more Siena students. So don't doubt your abilities. You are ready. But if you feel a sense of imposter syndrome coming on, embrace it. It's a sign that you are challenging yourself with a new role or additional responsibilities. Use it to motivate yourself to try harder, learn new things, pick up new skills, and ask the right questions until you become comfortable enough in your role that you no longer feel as an imposter. Use it as a motivator to prove yourself wrong and work your way out of imposterism. Chances are you'll be surprised at the work you're able to do and the tasks you can accomplish. My parting words of advice for you as you go out into the world as a saint: be confident of your abilities, but stay motivated to learn new things. Be bold, but don't forget to care. Find joy, but also bring joy to others. And go forward, but remember the people and places that brought you to where you are. Congratulations again on your hard-earned, legitimate accomplishments.
Thank you so much for those wise words, Dr. Egan. I hope you all take it to heart. In recognition of the contribution scholarly activities provide towards attainment of academic excellence, each year one faculty member is acknowledged for having made a significant contribution to his or her profession and/or discipline. The Raymond C. Kennedy Excellence in Scholarship Award is named in honor of the second late chair of the Siena College Board of Trustees and an individual known not only for his service to nonprofit organizations, but also for his deep intellectual curiosity in a wide variety of disciplines. Siena College is honored to recognize Dr. Rose Finn, Professor of Physics and Astronomy, as the recipient of this year's award. Professor Finn is unable to be with us today, but we congratulate her on her accomplishments. In recognition of the contributions service activities provide towards the attainment of intellectual and institutional excellence, each year one faculty member is acknowledged for having exhibited a consistent and outstanding record of service to the college and the broader community. The Father Matthew T. Conlin, OFM Distinguished Service Award, is named in honor of Father Conlin, the 6th president of Siena College. We are most pleased to recognize Dr. Cheryl Buff, Associate Dean in the School of Business and Professor of Marketing, as the 2019 recipient of the Father Conlin Award. Professor Buff, stand. Brother Ed Coughlin, president of the college, will now preside over the conferral of the honorary degree to this year's recipient, who's been chosen for reflecting the mission of a Siena education to prepare our graduates to lead a compassionate, reflective, and productive life of service and leadership. Her biography can be found in your program on page 23. Brother Coughlin will be assisted by the chair of the Board of Trustees, Mr. John Murray. You can walk up to the podium. And it is my pleasure to call upon Dean of Business, Dr. Charles Seifert, who will introduce this year's honorary degree recipient.
President Coughlin, it is with great pleasure that I introduce Kathleen Gutman, Siena College class of 1990. Ms. Gutman's laudable career with UPS began with an internship while she was earning her bachelor's degree in marketing from Siena. From that humble start as a college student, she has steadily and successfully worked her way up the corporate ladder at UPS. She currently serves as the company's Chief Sales and Solution Officer based near Atlanta, where she is responsible for global sales, solutions, and customer engagement strategies. She also has management responsibility for UPS Capital, a subsidiary that provides supply chain financial, insurance, and payment solutions, and the UPS Store, the nation's largest franchise system of retail shipping, postal print, and business service centers. A member of the UPS Management Committee, Ms. Gutman joins her fellow senior executives in directing long-term strategy for the company. Prior to her current role, she was president of worldwide sales and vice president of marketing for the UPS European regions based in Brussels, where she oversaw the development of rates, services, and pricing strategies in more than 100 countries. Ms. Gutman's commitment to leadership excellence and to serving her community and the world at large are exemplified by her membership and participation in the Committee of 200, an invitation-only organization of the world's most successful women entrepreneurs and corporate leaders, the Yale CEO Summit, a leadership institute that features applied research and peer-driven learning, and the famous World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, where world political and business leaders meet annually to discuss global, political, and industry agendas. Her commitment to helping others achieve their personal and professional goals is illustrated by her service on the Board of Advisors for Catalyst, a global nonprofit working with some of the world's most powerful CEOs in leading companies to build workplaces that work for women. Her commitment to her local community is exemplified by serving as the co-founder of the UPS Reading Clubs at the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Atlanta. In recognition of her lifetime of exemplary professional achievement, leadership, and commitment to service, I present Kathleen Gutman for the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters. Talk about on-time delivery. At UPS, we heart logistics. Sure, thank you very much.
On-time delivery, one more time. By the authority vested in me by the State of New York Board of Regents and the Board of Trustees of Siena College, I hereby confer upon Ms. Kathleen Gutman, class of 1990, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto, and declare her a daughter of Siena College forever. In token, therefore, I ask the chair of our faculty to invest her with the insignia of that degree, and I ask Mr. Murray to present the diploma.
Well, that was a wonderful surprise and, of course, an on-time delivery, so thank you so much for that. I did want to also say, as you can only imagine, that always the toughest part of introductions are hearing things about yourself being read. Really, I'm just mom to my kids and daughter to my parents and wife to my husband. But I was once a Siena College student, and so I've been in your shoes and truly remember the excitement that you now have. I want to thank Dean Seifert, Brother Ed, Bishop Scharfenberger, Chairman Murray. Thank you so much. And good morning to all of the families in the audience, including mine, my father and mother, Joe and Jan Strang, my husband Dave, my sons Matthew and Sean, and all my dear family and friends in the audience. Happy Mother's Day also to all the moms in the audience, but most importantly, to the awesome class of 2019. Congratulations to all of you. I'm so proud to receive the Doctorate of Humane Letters. It's a great honor, and I will continue my commitment to represent Siena well throughout my career. It was great to be back on the Siena campus last night. 175 acres of God's best work, if you were to ask me. There's so much that has changed about Siena since I was in school, but there's also so much that has stayed the same and just as wonderful as I remember it. Siena actually connected me to UPS through an internship that grew into a career. The most frequent question I get is, what does your team sell? Doesn't everybody love their UPS driver? And while that is true, we also move a good portion of the world's GDP. We power the world's supply chain and all the goods and information that flows within it. As Dean Seifert said in his very kind introduction, I've had a lot of jobs throughout my career, and I thought all of them were difficult, but I do have to tell you, this just might be the most difficult. I too asked my sons what you might like most to hear in a commencement speech. They said, "Keep it short, Mom, and they'll love you forever." To the parents in the audience, I've been in your shoes. This will be brief. Just one story, 2 values, and 3 lessons. That's it. As I reflect back on my time at Siena, I think of all the hard work, fun, and friendships, Such a sense of warmth. I also remember commencement with so much excitement, but also a degree of trepidation. Not sure what the future would hold, but knowing I wanted to charge forward. Back then, I didn't understand how my world would open, but I said yes to opportunities as they arose, even if I didn't have all the answers, even if there were complexities, like moving from my hometown and away from my family, or managing dual careers with my husband, or having children as we move throughout the world. But you figure it out as you go. Just don't let the unknown hold you back. So learning one, say yes to opportunity. It sounds easy, right? My family and I moved 7 times and got to live in amazing places throughout the world. The benefits far outweigh the cost. Careers are similar to college in that there are daily tests. Yes, unfortunately, still tests, but there's good news. They help you develop. Early in your career, you'll probably have a nice string of success. You'll be a Siena alum after all. You'll get rewarded for your successes. You'll get used to it. And then comes lesson 2. You will fail. Now for the story. Just 4 short years after graduating from Siena, I was having a string of success at UPS and was promoted to handle one of our strategic global accounts, Sony. My job was to sell them on giving UPS their business from Japan to North America. A pretty important, high-profile job. Helping to land it would be like rocket fuel for my career. Now, at the time, I'd only been out of the country for vacations. In order to be successful, I'd be meeting with the company's senior leader, who was a Japanese decision maker, in Japan, and I'd need to be prepared. But I was a proud Siena College graduate. I understood preparation, so I dove in. I read 3 books on Japanese culture and learned that it mattered what color suit I wore, where I sat versus the decision maker to show respect, how low to bow. Also, how the handling of his business card was critically important. All of this, plus the development of the business solution I would be presenting. I was nervous, but I was prepared. I could literally taste success. But the decision maker reacted badly to an aspect of the solution. The meeting I had flown 12 hours to attend and spent weeks preparing for, the one that was going to send my career to new heights, was over in less than 15 minutes. I had failed, and I was crushed. On the long flight home, I resisted the urge to drown my sorrows in sake. And instead, I focused on solving the problem in a different way and came up with a new solution. I convinced my boss to send me back and let me try again. 2 weeks later, I'm sitting in the same room, at the same table, in front of the same decision maker, and this time we got the business. The learning, you're going to fail occasionally. Fail quickly, as they say. I will admit, I do prefer succeed quickly, but doesn't everybody? But when you fail, you learn. Just do not give up. So on to learning 3, and this is especially important for your generation. Participate in globalization. Whether global trade, global politics, education, etc. While a student, I had no idea that I would be involved in global trade. I didn't realize that I would actually be using what I learned at Siena in economics as one example. Did I love the class? Not so much. But this and the other Siena classes helped to prepare me. You already live in a world where 95% of the consumers, by count, are actually located outside of the US. That means that companies that hope to survive and thrive need to find a way to participate in global trade. Pick wisely, as you have a lot to contribute. If your path is in business, not an issue. Just connect to global issues and your runway will span your whole career. My department hires thousands of people every year, and more we look for international skills and/or experience. Okay, in the final stretch here, let's turn to values. I wanted to emphasize two values that I share in common with Siena. I originally learned them from my family, who has always been my source of power and strength. These values were then reinforced at Siena, where they continue to be a priority even today. The first is integrity. Keep this in mind. We all juggle a lot of balls in life. Integrity is the glass one you cannot drop. Once it cracks or shatters, it's difficult to repair. Your name and your word are two things that will define and be defined by your action throughout your life. Consider this each day, especially when times are tough and easier paths come with giving up some of your integrity. The trade is not worth it. Withstand the pressure and stick to your values. The second value, diversity and inclusion. Respect all people and perspectives. It's proven to lead to better outcomes, whether more creative solutions, increased growth for businesses with diverse workforces, but really, that shouldn't be the reason that we're actually focused on valuing diversity and inclusion. Rather, it's that golden rule, treat others as you want to be treated. I'll throw one last learning in for good measure. In the end, whether you know it now or you learn it later, faith, family, and friends are what matter most, so cherish them all. So in summary, say yes to opportunity despite the unknowns. You're going to fail, just don't give up. Participate in globalization, live a life of integrity, value diversity and inclusion. The world has endless opportunities for you. Forge your path and create your legacy. Best wishes to the amazing Siena College class of 2019. Thank you.
Each graduating class of Siena is, of course, special, yet unique in its own ways. From what they learned in the classroom and through extracurricular activities, to their commitment to serving communities near and far, to the support they've provided to one another, they have made their mark on Siena College and gained the skills they'll need to succeed in the future. To offer you a glimpse of the spirit that makes this graduating class so distinctive, here is the class of 2019's Siena experience in their own words.
Freshman move-in day 2015 was honestly the craziest day of my life.
We just put everything out of my car and then...
Everything was unpacked within like 2 seconds. It was actually crazy.
I didn't even have to carry my purse. It's really awesome. I don't have to carry anything. When I moved in, I was a nervous wreck. I'm still a nervous wreck today, but less so.
I just kind of remember this feeling of I feel welcomed here.
That first week of Siena was like where I met a lot of my friends.
One of my friends, Matt Slevin, was actually hypnotized.
Oh yeah, the hypnotist. I had people who I didn't even know coming up to me after the fact saying, "Hey, you're that wrestler guy, aren't you?" John, was it John Thompson?
John Thompson.
I don't know where that name came from because that name has no significance in my life.
He told me to sing Let It Go, and from there I just kind of made it my own.
The thing that stands out to me the most is my study abroad experience, my time spent in the chaplain's office, and my experience through the Summer Legal Fellows program. I served at Fordham Law School at the Fierick Center for Social Justice.
I've taken part in research continuously since the summer after my freshman year. I found this program where I got to work at CERN, the home of the Large Hadron Collider. I was one of 7 students in the country who got to go. I used machine learning techniques to teach a computer to monitor our detector health.
I'm going to Albany Medical College next year. Siena definitely laid a great foundation for me to go to med school.
As an environmental science major, we went out a lot for our labs, just having a good time and learning at the same time.
The accounting courses definitely helped me to be the future CPA that I want to be. The classes teach you a lot about the ethics of accounting.
Being in the Student Senate was something I was always interested in. You try to hear from the students. I love the debate. You know, everybody has a different perspective, and everybody's coming together trying to make the school better.
I went abroad. I was in Scotland. Going abroad and learning new things, meeting new people, and seeing life away from Siena taught me a lot about myself.
It's been my work with the Franciscan Center for Service and Advocacy. I went to Haiti, Philadelphia, and now I'm here in Jamaica. I've been able to work with people from all different cultures, backgrounds, faiths.
My sophomore year, I went to Nicaragua to do a service trip. Oh my God, it's so emotional because there I found my calling in this world. We were there with an open heart, open mind, and we were there to learn and also help others learn. We danced a lot. It was great. I will never forget Nicaragua and like what it taught me as a person.
Over my 4 years at Siena, I have been involved with the Hip Hop Club, Pep Band, mentoring program, the Upstanders program, Bongra, and Mr. Siena. Most importantly is moving day, because nothing says welcome to Siena College like moving day. I'm a big fridge guy.
I'm the captain of the Irish dance team. It's really fun to go and perform and see all of your friends supporting you and cheering you on.
Mr. Siena was such a cool experience. Doing it sophomore, junior, and senior year. All 3 years were so different. The mentoring program has been such an important part of my Siena experience. It's been a real exercise in caring, in patience, in just being there for somebody.
It's the best 6 weeks I've ever had of my life, and just being with those kids every day, it's just been a huge experience. The pool water is so cold, but like, you gotta get in there because the kids love it.
Siena Fest is like a whole different thing in itself. It's one of the biggest things that happens at Siena. We had a paint party where you would dress in all white and they'd be throwing neon paint. It's super warm out and it's just really nice. It's really an awesome experience to look forward to at the end of the year once you're done with everything.
The charity auction was crazy. We went hard that night. Prices were getting outrageous. Now we're paying like $500 to have dinner with the president. A year down the line, those people became my best friends.
Sophomore year was when we made it to the championships and the MAC tournament. We were all like dressed in like green and gold and just supporting the team, and it was just so much fun to be a part of that.
Each semester I was at the school, I grew to love it more and more and feel more at home. Being here just feels like such a part of me.
Siena was literally the perfect mix between caring for their students, but also pushing us to make sure that we're gonna be our best by the time we leave. Had a great time here, honestly. I'm gonna miss it a lot. Oh, I'm getting like teary-eyed just thinking about it.
We've got this. You know, we've had a great 4 years, amazing education, but also amazing values that were taught to us. I think that we're gonna do great things and we're really gonna change the world.
No matter how life after college is, reach out and share it with the people you met here. You never know who's gonna support you.
I'm gonna miss like just walking down the quad and seeing every person I know.
I'm gonna miss every aspect of Siena. It's just been truly the best 4 years of my life.
I think I have changed a lot. I felt that I learned so much about myself because of the other people here.
I don't know how Siena does it, but I swear, Siena attracts the most genuine, amazing people, and I'll never forget the connections and relationships that I made here.
These past 4 years have been, nothing short of a dream come true. The lessons I've learned, the people I've met, those are really going to stick with me for the rest of my life.
To have had the chance to make the memories that I've made on this campus has been such a blessing. I'm very blessed to have been a Siena Saint.
This is home, and no matter how long it is after we've graduated, it's something you can always come back to.
This is it. This has been my home for 4 years, and I have learned so much. Siena has been an amazing place to be at.
Continue to spread the Siena message of holding doors open and just being people that we're all really proud of. More than an education, Siena makes you such an amazing person. That's something that we all need to keep near and dear.
You can't help but be moved by that. For the past 8 years, the Siena College community has been most fortunate to welcome students from Shaker High School's special education program as members of the Siena College Transition Program, a joint venture with the North Colony School District. The students in the program have attended classes, worked on campus, and participated in various social and extracurricular activities, assisting them to grow in their academic abilities, social skills, and most importantly, independence. This has not been a one-way street, as Siena students and faculty members have volunteered their time and efforts as active participants in the program. They have served as tutors, mentors, and friends. Today, we recognize the achievements of one senior who has completed the program and acknowledge him also as a son of Siena College forever. With our best wishes extended to him and his family. Join us in congratulating him are Mr. Joseph Corr, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Richard Murphy, Shaker High Principal, and Mr. David Simo, Siena Class of '86, Director of Pupil Services. Please come forward, Quinn Shepik. Yeah. Congratulations. The heart of today's ceremony is the awarding of degrees, which symbolizes the completion of the Siena educational experience. Mr. John Murray, Chair of the Board of Trustees, will confer the diplomas, assisted by the Most Reverend Edward Scharfenberger, Bishop of Albany. Siena College Class of 2019, please stand. President Coughlin, I now present to you the members of the Siena Class of 2019.
By the authority invested in me by the State of New York Regents and the Board of Trustees of Siena College, I hereby confer upon you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Master of Science in Accounting, which has been recommended with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto, and declare you sons and daughters of Siena forever.
Please be seated. Each year, Siena College recognizes those graduates who, throughout their college career, have demonstrated outstanding scholarship, strength of character, and active participation in extracurricular activities and service to the community by selecting them as members of Alpha Kappa Alpha. Will the members of Alpha Kappa Alpha, the Siena College Honor Society, please stand? Alpha Kappa membership is the highest award granted to our graduates. AKA members are students who have achieved academic excellence throughout their college year. They also have demonstrated an awareness of the problems facing society and a sincere concern for others. AKA members have contributed in a special way to Siena and to the broader community by active participation in extracurricular activities. In other words, these students embody the Franciscan traditions that are the foundation of every Siena College graduate's education. They have been selected by the Board of Instruction upon recommendation of a select committee of faculty, students, and administrators. I ask you to hold your applause until all of the members of Alpha Kappa Alpha have received their diplomas. Amy Abraham, Biology BA, magna cum laude. Ifeoluwa Udeluba, Biology BA, summa cum laude. Nicole Alex, Psychology BA and Honors Fellow, summa cum laude. Brendan Booton, Accounting BS, magna cum laude. Megan Bouye, Biology BA, summa cum laude. Richard Bratton, Political Science BA, summa cum laude. Jason Chicoine, Business BS, magna cum laude. Paige Cobb, Biology BA, summa cum laude. Lauren DeFalco, Political Science BA and Honors Fellow, magna cum laude. Ethan DeMura, Finance BS, magna cum laude. Tashay Gordon, English BA, magna cum laude. Madeline Hagan, Computational Physics BS, magna cum laude. Emma Hendersheet, Social Work BA, magna cum laude. Sophia Henneman, Marketing BS, summa cum laude. Samantha Lohr, Environmental Science BA, magna cum laude. Kristen Ludwicki, Physics BS, magna cum laude. Allison Mahoney, a double major in mathematics and economics, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Emily Radigan, a triple major, BA in philosophy and political science, and a student-designed interdisciplinary major, Honors Fellow, summa cum laude. Juliana Roth, English BA, magna cum laude. Sandra Spicer, Physics BS, magna cum laude. Aidan Sullivan, Biology BA, summa cum laude. John Texera, Biology BA, summa cum laude. Tyler Sang, Biology BA, summa cum laude. Michael Zaker, Biology BA, magna cum laude. Let's give a round of applause for the AKA members. I now present the class of 2019 officers. Emma Mcdonald, Business BS, Class President, magna cum laude. Patrick Moran, Political Science BA, Class Vice President. Jacob Miller, Political Science BA, Class Treasurer. Mackenzie Kelly, Political Science BA, Class Secretary, cum laude. John Bellardini, Accounting BS, 21 Club Coordinator. Kelly Doc McCann, Marketing BS, Events Coordinator, magna cum laude. Additionally, we also recognize the accomplishments of a member of the class who is today being awarded 2 academic degrees. Dominic Roberto, Psychology BA, Biology BS, Honors Fellow, cum laude. And let's have applause for the class officers and for Dominic. Dr. Timothy Reno, Associate Professor of Creative Arts, will now introduce the remaining graduates of the class of 2019 by school and degree program. Dr. Lara Whelan, Dean of the School of Liberal Arts, will assist Mr. Murray, Bishop Scharfenberger, and Brother Coughlin in conferring the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the School of Liberal Arts.
Tamara Prea Akangbu. Nicholas Allen. Paris R. Chung, cum laude. Andrew Astruc, magna cum laude. Abigail August. Alexandra Augustine. Leanne Austin. Mark Badalucco. Christina Bally, summa cum laude. Francesca Barone, magna cum laude. Isabella Barone. Melissa Barrera. Lauren Bayer. Christina Bell. Antonio Bianchi. Taylor Blanco. Alexandra Bonardi. Brianne Border. Diana Bradbury. Daniel Brandt. Megan Bregg. Brandon Bridgelow. Jaira Brito Jimenez. Kara Bryant. Nicole Bulger. Emma Burkhardt, magna cum laude. Tara Campbell. Andrew Canavan. Stephanie Capone, summa cum laude. Shanley Carpenter. Michael Carroll. Daniel Casey. Hugo Castro. Claudia Salucci. Brielle Champagne. Victoria Chanette. Danielle Chizik. Christy Chota, magna cum laude. Rachel Clement. Allison Condon. Keenan Cook. Madison Kosek. Leslie Katrina. Caitlin Coyne. Shelby Crispino, Honors Fellow, magna cum laude. Coral Cruz Rodriguez. Genesis Cuevas. Olivia Davy. Sofia da Costa, magna cum laude. Gabrielle D'Alessandro, cum laude. Kyle Darby. Shelby Davis, Honors Fellow, summa cum laude. Victor D'Souza. Kevin Degnan. Shayna DeGru Elias, cum laude. Tyler Del Judis, magna cum laude. Cassandra Delgado. Olivia Delano. Garrett Dempsey, Honors Fellow, cum laude. Christina DeTore. James DiGiulio. Adriana DiPietro. Taylor Disco. Joseph Donahue, summa cum laude. Ethan Duffy. Morgan Dunkel. Jonathan Duran. Laura Durham, cum laude. Shane Dwyer. Ryan Early. Ryan Ennis, magna cum laude. Lena Everett. Colin Farry. Stephanie Federuso, magna cum laude. Nicole Feltz. Joseph Farrow. Tyler Fink. Sarah Fisher. Taylor Flack, magna cum laude. Olivia Fleming, Honors Fellow, summa cum laude. Christopher Ferret. Christina Forlini, magna cum laude. Sarah Foreman, summa cum laude. Daniel Fudge, summa cum laude. Daniela Fuertes. Matthew Garlow, Honors Fellow, magna cum laude. Maya Gentile. Caitlin Girardi, cum laude. Dale Gerundo. Ariel Gibbons. Joella Gibson. Shelby Gipp, cum laude. Alicia Goodman, cum laude. Kathleen Grebe, cum laude. Caitlin Garino. Adriana Guzzello. Logan Hall. Brian Herret, cum laude. Danielle Heck. Rihanna Hera. Jasmine Higgins. Jamie Holdobler. Amanda Holtzman. Megan Hooley, cum laude. Matthew Horrigan. Justin Shue. Peyton Huntington, summa cum laude. Antonija Ivanovic. Samantha Jager, cum laude. Justin John. Emily Johnson. Ilea Jones. Kennedy Joseph. Isabel Kazagovitz. Gina Kalaji. John Keenan, magna cum laude. Melissa Kelleher. Megan Kenny, summa cum laude. Zurka Khalid. Johnny Kirkla. Benjamin Knoll. Abigail Koch. Catherine Kohler. Kristen Kreutziger. No E Ku. Gabrielle Lambert. Michaela Lansing, cum laude. Ashlyn LaPearl. Eric LaSalle. Caspian LaSalle, magna cum laude. Brendan Louth. Grace La Virtue, magna cum laude. Monique Lawrence. Griffin Lawson. Mylin Hong Lei. Connor LeMay, cum laude. Sophia Lesko, cum laude. Christy Lewicki. Anessa Leva. James Lloyd. Kayla Lomnicki. Stephanie Lopez. Michael Lunello. Christopher Laiskawa. Laniqua Mack. Ashley Macri. Jason Mahir. Jacob Mahoney. Taylor Majorca. Connor Mallon, cum laude. Cassandra Mallory. Jacob Manti. Nicholas Marasco, cum laude. Lauren Martelli. Angela Masucci. Lauren McCarthy. Robert McCarthy. Ian McCormack. Robert McCormick. Casey McGillen. William McTagg. Daniel Medici. Jasmine Melendez. Habiba Menko. Kobe Merkel, summa cum laude. Sarah Midani, summa cum laude. Charlotte Miller. Nicole Miller. Deborah Moore. Daniel Morales. Caitlin Murphy. Emily Murphy. Emily Nicky, magna cum laude. Mary Ellen Nicolay. John Nolan. Rachel Nooney. Olivia Knopp, Honors Fellow, summa cum laude. Jenna Norfleet. Kenneth Norman, cum laude. Aidan O'Brien. James O'Brien, cum laude. Kathleen O'Brien. Michaela O'Brien, Honors Fellow. Tiani Ocasio, Honors Fellow, magna cum laude. Nadja O'Connor. Christopher Offerman, magna cum laude. Dennis O'Hara. John O'Hara. Uwama Okuuwa. David Ortiz. Jasmine Ortiz. Katina Pagones. Nicholas Pantelides. Julia Parks. Marissa Passano. Vincent Patarelli. Alex Pierce, magna cum laude. Bridget Pelton. Maria Camila Panaloza Castro. Stephen Pendergast, summa cum laude. Alexandria Plowman. Krista Plowman. Paige Plumley, magna cum laude. Reagan Powell. Emerald Power. John Proper, cum laude. Jason Quick. Garrett Quigley. Kenya Ramirez. William Randall. Sarah Rauschendorfer, summa cum laude. Alexa Riley, cum laude. Jennifer Renter, cum laude. Emily Rhodes, Honors Fellow, magna cum laude. Megan Riccardi, cum laude. Serena Rizzo, magna cum laude. Brandy Roberts, magna cum laude. Jessica Roberts, cum laude. John Roberts. Gloria Rosario, cum laude. Riley Rossi. Jeremy Roselle. Stephanie Ruano Maldonado. Thomas Rule, magna cum laude. Diego Ruiz Hernandez. John Ruquet. Stephen Russo. Eric Salazar Sanchez. Joel Sarkasian. Jonathan Shuey. Natalie Sharippa. Colin Schlenker. Thomas Schlink, cum laude. Jocelyn Schmitz-Morf. Kurt Schoenig. Christina Schultz, summa cum laude. Juliana Sebastian, magna cum laude. Narissa Sazonsky, magna cum laude. Aaron Scambelluri, magna cum laude. Morgan Shaw, Honors Fellow, summa cum laude. Rebecca Shields, magna cum laude. Samuel Schulman. Dylan Sierra Guiza. Matthew Slavin. Caleb Sloan, cum laude. Jenna Smith, cum laude. Kyle Smith. Christina Spicer. Matthew Spinato. Simone Springs. Lauren Stanley. Olivia Stegner. Colin Stein, magna cum laude. Annie Stock. Shannon Stout, magna cum laude. Imani Strickland. Cosmo Tangora, magna cum laude. Sister Thea Tarimo, cum laude. Brittany Theobald. Mary Thomas. Gary Thompson, cum laude. Lauren Ford, cum laude. Francesca Tanucci, magna cum laude. Therese Tui. Matthew Tremblay, magna cum laude. Daniel Tritkak. Caitlin Ertz. Noah Usatinsky. Camille Valenza. Danielle Valley. Aaron Van Aller. Derek Vasquez. Sadie Ventura. Nicole Villavicencio. Elizabeth Vinal, Honors Fellow, magna cum laude. Erica Viviano, magna cum laude. Jessica Vollmer. Olivia Waldron, summa cum laude. Robert Walker. Gizmi Warnakulsuria. Madeline Weaver. Natalie Weaver, magna cum laude. Jesse Weber. Shannon Weilert. James Weimer, cum laude. Second Lieutenant Devin Wentworth. Wesley Whalen. Alyssa Wickham. Caitlin Winkler. Matthew Woodworth. Kira Young. Melissa Zamora, Texas. Kelvin Zheng. Elkin Zuniga.
Dr. John Cummings, Dean of the School of Science, will now assist Mr. Murray, Bishop Scharfenberger, and Brother Coughlin in conferring the degrees of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science in the School of Science.
George Bushy, summa cum laude. Richard Campbell. Darren Contreras Sanchez. Lorenzo Coutinho, magna cum laude. Maria Gigliello. Griffin Hayes. Brandon Hike. Megan Kelly. Christopher Lechevet. Alyssa Lofaro. Jillian Maddox. Angela McCall, summa cum laude. Aaron McCormack. James Monfils. Michael Morrissey, magna cum laude. Ryan O'Hora. Amber O'Regan. Bailey Pratt. Catherine Ross. Abigail Sirfilippi, cum laude. Erica Sullivan. Sarah Van Etten, magna cum laude. Justmil Villanueva. Miranda Wislas. Hani Abubaker, summa cum laude. Colin Adams, summa cum laude. James Agostino, cum laude. Nabila Akhtar. Gabrielle Albano, magna cum laude. Gadir Al-Shashakli. Mary Kate Anderson. Ashley O'Pearl. Hannah Bukowski. Patrick Barber. Jamie Bedard. Morgan Bennett. Courtney Berdar, cum laude. Armani Brathwaite. Melissa Breen. Melissa Calabria, cum laude. Nico Carello. Nicholas Casper. Brendan Clements, cum laude. Sonila Kobani, magna cum laude. Luis Concepcion Bido. Anthony Kosha. Austin Crisafulli. Timothy Cronin. Sierra Kurtzinger. Michael D'Agostino. Margaret Davenport. Joseph DeMarco. Megan Dennison. Leopold Doman. John Duran. Alec Dorfner, cum laude. Catherine Dahl. Catherine Dzikas. Jenna Eaton, cum laude. Muhammad Ekran. Kaylee Elkins, summa cum laude. Benjamin Ellsworth, summa cum laude. Christopher Fall, cum laude. Connor Fallon. Mohammed Farat. Marissa Ferrati. Jenna Fiacco, summa cum laude. Daniel Finnegan. Patrick Flood. Elizabeth Fournier, cum laude. Danielle Fredrickson, summa cum laude. Thomas Fresenius. Erica Frost, summa cum laude. Salvatore Fuda, magna cum laude. Francesca Gallo. Nicole Galinas. Keith Grable, magna cum laude. Leon Griffiths. Tori Hallequist, magna cum laude. Jada Hawkins Hill. Mallory Heflin. Amanda Heller, cum laude. Daniel Heslin. Kimberly Hoffman. Samantha Horton. Ahmed Jabir, cum laude. Jessica Jaime. Ankita Jain. Shannon J. Seal. Jasmine Jolhal, cum laude. Sean Jones, cum laude. Tyler King. Nimra Kamal, cum laude. Catherine Krumholtz. Joseph Kuhner, cum laude. Adarsh Kumar. Ajit Kurian, magna cum laude. John Lamb. Dylan Lane. Julie Latanzio. Hugh Lee. Chelsea LeBlanc. Allison Ligori. Emra Lubyankic. Ellie Lockhart. Kaylin Luby. Andrew Lopez. Jesus Lopez. Sarah Lopez. Rachel Mahar. Stefano Mainella, cum laude. Janet Marchaland. Emily Marticello. Samyrna Masi. Nicole McAdams, summa cum laude. Martin McBride. Megan McDonough, cum laude. Justin McHarg. Luke McKenna. Claire McNamara. Megan McNamara, cum laude. Ryan McCulloch, cum laude. Austin Moringer. Carrie Moran, cum laude. Robert Morvillo. Taylor Muckle. Caitlin Moore, Honors Fellow, magna cum laude. Morgan Murphy. Paulina Murray. Brendan Nashelski. Isabel Nazario. Peter Wynn, cum laude. Ellen Nickpon. Matthew Nierenberg. Lindsay Nolte. Sean O'Connor. Faria Omershaw. Margot Pavlik. Cameron Peffley, cum laude. Thomas Pelchar. Alexis Pelletier, cum laude. Aryol Penju, cum laude. Liam Peterson, Honors Fellow, magna cum laude. Kerrigan Phelan. Matthew Piliaventu, cum laude. Christina Pinto. Sean Plakis. Karina Posamato. Jonathan Pratico. Mackenzie Quirk, summa cum laude. Michael Ramsey, magna cum laude. Luke Rasmussen. Cassandra Lynn Reed. Claire Riley. Sarah Riso, summa cum laude. Emily Roth, Honors Fellow. Alyssa Ronka. Emma Rupert, cum laude. Meredith Rotc. Austin Ryder. Caleb Ryer. Devante Senger. Eric Sauer. Michaela Schmidt. Casey Schreiner, cum laude. Daniel Senecal. Merrill Smith, magna cum laude. Coley Stillman. Edwin Zvoraka. Tucker Tavarone. Jason Tompkins, cum laude. Samuel Upson. Adam Vaquero, cum laude. Jacqueline Van Slyke, magna cum laude. Kimberly Vish, Honors Fellow, summa cum laude. Melissa Verge, cum laude. Nancy Watrous. Rhea Weber, cum laude. Zachariah Williams. Somebody's on this list. Lauren Wood, magna cum laude. Abby Wright. Macine Yang, cum laude. Tara Zander.
We thank all of you for your politeness and patience as the graduates' names are read. Many families and friends have come long distances to see and hear their graduates recognized. We request your continued polite attention as the rest of our graduates are recognized. Dr. Charles Seifert, Dean of the School of Business, will now assist Mr. Murray, Bishop Scharfenberger, and Brother Coughlin in conferring the degrees of Master of Science in Accounting and Bachelor of Science in the School of Business.
Mitchell Baumeister. John Paul Di Giovanna. Candace Griffin. Caitlin McMahon. Mackenzie O'Connor. Kelly Sadler. Cody Schaefer. Danielle Abrial. Kyle Agresta. Peter Aiken, cum laude. Sana Akhtar. Tom Alex. Reynaldo Alonso. Dylan Altabelli. Catherine Anderson. Emily Andelina, summa cum laude. William Arnold, cum laude. Mackenzie Bagarose. Kayla Belasco. Courtney Baldwin. Dimitri Baran. Alec Barquette. Taylor Barnes. Christopher Barnett. Nicholas Basili. Joel Basilar. Justin Bega. Ryan Belomo. Hannah Ben-Yishay. Alyssa Bizesto, cum laude. David Blanco Quinones, magna cum laude. Quade Bodkin. Nicholas Bosenberg. Michael Boga. Michael Borick, cum laude. Michael Bove. Sean Brady. Sophia Bracilero. Sean Brennan. Carter Brock. George Brockman. Catherine Brown. Leonore Braun-Cosme Brunet, summa cum laude. Heather Bryce. Carly Berg. Thomas Burke. Julia Brzezinski, magna cum laude. Jose Basado Neto. Bridget Cadigan, magna cum laude. Isaiah Cameron Murray. Nicole Canonico. Megan Cantwell, cum laude. Trevor Carroll. Joseph Casale. Thomas Castello. Luca Casuli. Gabriella Catena. Nicholas Cattell. Matthew Cawley. Adele Chekic. Frank Senemi. Kevin Chalopecki. Anthony Chaponas. Joseph Chiarelli. Louis Chaffee. Shelley Collins. Nicole Comiso. Paul Comiso, magna cum laude. Dustin Conti. Rachel Cooper, magna cum laude. Rachel Cosio, cum laude. Peter Costa, cum laude. Jacob Costello, cum laude. John Cote, cum laude. Anthony Kraft. Nicholas Crozoli. Beatrice Cruz, cum laude. Kayla Camaro. Aurélie Derin. Dylan Deanna. Nicholas Darling. Bhavin Dot. Patricia Dioria. Jake Day. Shane DiCanio, cum laude. Victoria Di Dominicus. Lavon Decker-Menjan. Reagan Delancey. Victoria Delisa. Julianne DiBarry. Sarah DiCaprio, cum laude. Danielle DiGiacomo, magna cum laude. Joseph DiPiazza. Brandon Dodenhoff. Tanner Donovan. John Downey. Madeline Duncan. Laura Dembo. Matthew Eckler. Michael Eckler. Rachel Egan. Jacob Ellsworth. Sheila Encarnacion, cum laude. Michael Falace. Amanda Farley, summa cum laude. Kyle Farrell, summa cum laude. Sarah Federacion, cum laude. Nicole Feldman. Anthony Fiacco. Victoria Fioravanti, cum laude. Luciano Fiori. Anne Fiorillo. Evan Fisher. Griffin Fisher. Shane Fitzgerald. Brianna Flynn. Caroline Forbes. Nicholas Forbes. Nicholas Forcutis. Kyle Fox. Brianna Francisco. Shadane Franklin, cum laude. Taylor Friedman, magna cum laude. Caitlin Gaborio, summa cum laude. Michael Gabriel. Justin Gaines. Christina Gallo, magna cum laude. Luke Gallo. Brendan Gannon, magna cum laude. Douglas Garlow. Justin Gisevich, cum laude. Samuel Girardi. Krista Gerstberger. Brianna Getty. Anthony Johnfrida. Kylie Gifford. Clara Giroux. Zachary Gervin, summa cum laude. Michael Grasso. Bailey Groves. Scott Gurnick. Ian Half, cum laude. Matthew Hamill. Robert Hansel. John Harney. John Harvey, magna cum laude. Taylor Hatley. Courtney Haupt. Kevin Hayes. James Helferich, magna cum laude. Douglas Hernandez. Ellen Hoke. Hannah Holkamp. Lorenzo Horvath. Morgan Howell, cum laude. Thomas Herter. Hannah Hurley, cum laude. Leanne Isabel. Joshua James. Blake Jarvis. Caitlin Jevons. John Girolamo. Awa Joby, cum laude. Bryn Judkins, cum laude. Connor Kasuba. Megan Cavney. Nicholas Kaiser, cum laude. Jeffrey Keybart. Brooke Keller. Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly. Daniel Kennelly. Moise Khan, magna cum laude. Joseph Klimzak, summa cum laude. Benjamin Klaus. Zachary Klaus. Shannon Knott. Samuel Karathowski. Scott Labarge, magna cum laude. Brittany Lacombe. Courtney Lane, magna cum laude. Louise Lapris. Natasha Leach, cum laude. Tyler LaBelle. Gina Lassise, cum laude. Alexander Lee. Morgan Leo. Jacob Lavaroni, cum laude. Alexander Levesque. Mariana Leah, cum laude. Jason Lindendahl, cum laude. Nicholas Linane. Austin Little. Liam Little. Robert Long. Adam Lorch. Second Lieutenant Michael Lynch. Julie Magan, summa cum laude. Meredith McGuire. Dalton Mahan. Julia Mahoney. Michael Mahoney. Paul Manello. Junae Manderson, magna cum laude. Emelina Marcucci. Christina Marinopoulos. Christopher Maratta, cum laude. Cameron Martin. Lucas Marticello. Christian Matias. Olivia Matos. Lauren Maxwell. Connor McCain. James McCluskey. Emma McCowan, cum laude. Kylie McKenna, magna cum laude. Neha Mishal. Nicholas Mickery. Ryan Mihalik. Catherine Miller. Thomas Miller. Denisha Mills. Vincent Mills. Colin Mitchell. Anthony Mola. William Montgomery. Okay, I didn't get that one. I'll do it right now. Colin Moe. William Montgomery. Derek Moore. Melanie Moran. Paulo Moristoni, summa cum laude. Alexandra Moreau. Kyle Morelli. Danielle Motto. Deborah Moe, cum laude. Lindsay Mulligan. Eric Munn, magna cum laude. Nicholas Murabito. Kevin Murphy. Megan Murphy. Brianna Muscato. Lisa Musico. Christine Natali. Ashley Newen. Katerina Nitic. Joseph Nikotra. Aaron Noble. Matthew Nooney. Daniel Obrist, summa cum laude. Ryan O'Connor, magna cum laude. Desiree Oganyase. Dominic Pasilio. Brooke Paddock. Elliot Palmatier. Samuel Palmatier. Brian Poglowski, cum laude. James Pelcher. Jacob Perry. Cameron Peterson. Stephanie Petruselli. Anne Phillips, magna cum laude. Theodore Pachoka. Daniel Polidor. Claire Poole. Anna Pulver, cum laude. Steve Ram, magna cum laude. Nico Ramos. Jeffrey Rapold. Deja Rolls. Marissa Redmond. Michael Riley. Liam Rice. Emily Reifenberg. Jennifer Roberts, summa cum laude. Connor Robertson. Natalia Robinson, cum laude. Pelio Rodriguez. Sean Rooney. Peter Rossi. Horace Rowe. Taylor Roselle. Alyssa Ryder, cum laude. Kevin Ryder. Andrew Saba. Ella Sedi. Alia Salek, cum laude. Emily Sample, summa cum laude. Bailey Sanders, cum laude. Bridget Sands, cum laude. Emily Santori. Russell Santos. Nicholas Sapienza, magna cum laude. Jennifer Sargood. Nicholas Sassano. Nicholas Scanu. Jenna Schweigler, cum laude. Michael Scott. Victor Secco. Elise Seifritz, cum laude. Samantha Sellers. Emily Surth, cum laude. Carolina Severova, cum laude. Kelsey Shea. Angel Silva. Stephen Simboli. Ralph Simeone. Vincent Simeone. Casey Slocum. Michael Smith. Perpetua Smith. Thomas Susan. Michael Spadero. Andrew Spawnable, cum laude. Scott Squader. Samantha St. Germain, magna cum laude. Anna Stejic. Marko Stojanovic, magna cum laude. Michael Strohmeyer. Ryan Sweeney. Casey Tagliaferro. Anthony Tallarico. Shane Thorkildson. Michael Tureen. Victoria Tilley. Matthew Torsha. Michelle Toto. Tiffany Tournier, summa cum laude. Tiago Trevisan. April Turner. William Tuhig. Juliana Valentino, cum laude. Jean Van Valkenburg. Brandon Variano. Michael Varvaro, cum laude. Odell Ventura. Santana Vicencio Labar. Reed Vogel. Caroline Volpe, cum laude. John Wall. Kristen Walsh. Mary Walsh. Kelsey Wasson, cum laude. Garen Weaver. Joshua Weiss. Patrick Wellington. Dylan White. Marcus Vichwenter, magna cum laude. Kelvin Williamson. Alexander Wittershine. Alicia Woodruff. Thomas Woods, magna cum laude. Lelena Warden. Stephanie Zalonga, cum laude. Sarah Zdobonikov. Lydia Zeka. Timothy Zenbauer. Katie Zilka.
I now ask the class of 2019 to please stand. At this time, please move the tassel of your caps from the right to the left. And be welcomed into the ranks of the more than 30,000 alumni of Siena College. I invite our guests to now also stand and join Emma Hendersheet, class of 2019, in singing the Siena College alma mater. The words are on page 8 of your program. Please be seated. We now have a special guest, not in your program. Senator Charles Schumer, Senator from the state of New York, is here to address us. He's been a great friend of higher education, so please welcome Senator.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here. I want to thank our great staff here, and I want to thank President Coughlin and all of the staff. I want a special acknowledgement to my friend, Bishop Scharfenberger. I knew him when he was the parish priest of St. Matthias in Queens in my congressional district. He was a great parish priest, and he's a great bishop now for Albany. Does an amazing job. But first, let me be the first, now that you've moved your tassels, to congratulate the class of 2019 Siena. Congratulations. You've made it. Now, first, I'd like to announce my class gift. As you know, it's hard to pay for college, if you're poor, or graduate school for that matter. If you're poor, the federal government helps you out. That's a good thing. But what about the middle class? So a few years ago, I wrote a law that said you or your parents, whoever paid for college or graduate school, can take a $2,500 tax credit off your federal taxes for every year of college or graduate school, provided, in Washington there's always a provided your family income is below $200,000 a year. So if you come from a family that makes below $200,000, make sure you or mom or dad, whoever paid, takes that deduction. Very few people, about 25%, forgot to do it last year because it's relatively new. Now, if you forgot or your family forgot, you can file a one-page form with the IRS, and get up to $7,500 back. Not a bad class gift. Now, what happens if you come from a family that makes above $200,000 a year? God bless you. I am also working to pass legislation that will help reduce your student debt burden after you get out of college. My goal, and this has bipartisan support, Democrats and Republicans, is to make sure no graduate ever has to devote more than a small percentage of their income towards repaying loans. It's long past time that the federal government tackled the student debt crisis once and for all. Second, on Mother's Day, I'd like to say a word to the moms and dads. I know just how you feel. A few short years ago, my wife and I sat where you did, watched our daughter Allison come up on the platform, get her diploma. It was one of the greatest days of our lives. And as you know, parents, it's not easy raising children these days, but now you get to watch all your blood and sweat and tears pay off as your son or daughter walks onto the stage and becomes an adult before your very eyes. And particularly a shout out to the moms on Mother's Day. Yeah, there you go, Mom. Personal note, I'm particularly blessed. A few weeks back, our family got together and celebrated my parents' 70th anniversary. So that was a blessing for us, and we'll see them on Mother's Day shortly. And one other shout out. As we speak today, there are young men and women, many of them here from the Capital Region, who have enlisted in our armed forces. Many of them are overseas in very dangerous places, Iraq and Afghanistan. And they are risking their lives for our freedom and our way of life. Let's have a round of applause for them. Now, to this great class of 2019. So, all those late nights in the library and early mornings in the classroom have earned you a degree from a great institution, and Siena is one of the best institutions of higher learning in all of New York. And it's good you have this degree, because the world in which you are graduating is moving so very, very fast. This is an era of profound economic and social change. In the old days, when you graduated from college, the odds were pretty high that you'd have the same job in the same field for 40 years. That's not so true anymore. Many of you will have several jobs, and even some of you will have different careers. Along with those economic changes, the internet has put so much information at our fingertips that it's sometimes hard to figure out what's important and to distinguish between what's true and what isn't. All too often, the loudest voices get the most attention. And a generation ago, things like terrorist attacks or mass shootings were never heard of. Now it seems like every week brings a new tragedy. So it's a changing and sometimes difficult world. But the good news is this: your generation is better equipped than any other that came before it to adapt to these changes, to overcome the obstacles they present, and seize the opportunities they afford. Right now, though, sitting in your seats, you may not be sure of what's going to come next. With so much of the world changing around you, it may sometimes feel like you're jumping into an abyss. But the key, graduates, is not to fear the unknown. Embrace it, relish it, soak up every possibility it has to offer. How do I know? Because I remember feeling like that myself when I was your age. I went to James Madison High School in Brooklyn. It was then a working-class high school, but from there I was lucky enough to get into Harvard. In those days, no one of my background got into Harvard. It was a school mostly for graduates of the fancy New England private schools. I was the son of an exterminator who went to public school in Brooklyn. My dad didn't go to college, and that was long before Brooklyn was cool. So, I was scared. How was I going to make it at this place with all these fancy people? I went to the one fellow from my high school who went to Harvard before me. His name was Red O'Brien. We had both played on the school's basketball team. When I asked Red how to make it at this college, he told me very matter-of-factly. He said, "Try out for the freshman basketball team. They're terrible, just like Madison's team, so you'll make the team easily, and those will be your friends." He did have a point about how bad our team was. Our basketball team's motto at Madison was, "We may be small, but we're slow." So now let's fast forward to tryouts, the second week of school, basketball tryouts, where we're in these little numbers. Coach calls me up. "Number 27, yes, sir. You're Schumer, yes, sir. You played for Madison, yes, sir. How's Coach so-and-so? He's fine, sir." Then he looked at me quizzically. "You played forward?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "How tall are you?" I said, "I'm 6'1", sir." He said, "Can you dribble?" I said, "That's not really my strong suit, sir." He said, "Go home." He didn't watch me touch a basketball. I was distraught. I wrote my mom a note. I said, "It's only 2 weeks into school and I'm already a flop here. I'm packing up and coming home." But as fate would have it, as I was packing up that night, somebody knocked on my door. Who do you think it was? My parents coming to take me home? Nope. The basketball coach coming to give me a second chance? Nope. Or the girl I'd been making eyes at in math class coming to ask me to help with her homework late at night? No luck there either. I slowly turned the handle to my door and opened it. And standing there across the threshold was somebody from the Harvard Young Democrats. They said, "We're working for a man named Eugene Mccarthy, who's for ending the war in Vietnam." I didn't have a political bone in my body. My father was a Republican, my mother a Democrat. But I had lost some friends in the Vietnam War, and I was worried about the future of the country I loved so much. And so I said something that changed the course of my life. I shrugged my shoulders and said, "Okay." The next morning, I got on a bus with a group of kids from the Boston area. We went up to New Hampshire, and we loved it. It was like sports, teamwork. We divided up neighborhoods and knocked on the doors. We made up our own leaflets. And over the next few months, on the snowy streets of New Hampshire, working for an insurgent political campaign, I was bitten by the bug. Maybe it was luck. I'd like to think it was God's hand. But in that moment of intense anxiety and uncertainty about the future, I took a leap and said, "Okay," to something new and completely different and unexpected. And it enriched my life forever. Thanks to the McCarthy campaign, I realized how much I loved politics, how deeply I cared about the impact it had on people. McCarthy didn't win the primary, but he came so close that the incumbent president, Lyndon Johnson, stepped down after just one term in office. A ragtag bunch of students and other assorted nobodies changed the course of history. I thought to myself, what a system, what a country. I was inspired, and I decided then and there I wanted to dedicate my life to making the world a better place, just as so many of you young people are doing today, and thank God for that. I changed my major from chemistry to politics, went to law school, ran for the state assembly at 23, and lo and behold, to everyone's surprise, including my mother's, I won. And the rest, as they say, is history. So graduates, on this day of your achievement, my advice to you is take the risk. Follow your passion. For those of us who have gotten older and look back on life, one of the most painful moments is what I call the what-ifs, when you think, what if I'd only done this? What if I had only gone there? In life, there will always be moments that present new opportunities and change the course of things forever. They won't be advertised as such, and no one's going to label them for you when they appear. Sometimes they're as unassuming as a knock on a door late one night. You just need to keep your eyes open to them. So my message to this great class of 2019, go for it. You're about to cast off into the unknown. It can sometimes be really scary, but you've got great assets. A great education here at Siena, one of the best schools in New York, and loving families that will always have your back through thick and thin. So graduates, garner up the courage and strength to put aside your doubts. Take a chance, and if you do, it is my hope, it is my prayer, and indeed, it is my confidence that you will find true success and joy in life. To this great class of 2019 Siena, congratulations. Good luck. Godspeed, and don't forget, go for it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Schumer, for your wise words to this class. It's now my honor and pleasure to introduce Paul Camillo, who has been selected to deliver the Senior Commencement Address to the class of 2019. Paul?
Good morning to the Siena community, friends and family, and of course, this graduating class of 2019. I stand before you in denial that this day has come after a week of nonstop celebration, and now the anxiety of entering the so-called real world has hit. As I'm sure my fellow graduates will attest, many adults they have talked to over the past year have reminded them of the impending doom we will be facing now that we have walked across the stage. They say things like, "Oh, you'll be on your own," or "Now you're going to have to pay your own bills," or "Just wait till you see how much taxes are." They paint a picture of a desolate, post-apocalyptic wasteland where everyone is fending for themselves with sharpened sticks and dressed in animal pelts as if it were a Game of Thrones episode. I have a hard time believing this is what the real world is going to be. In fact, I think the lessons we learned here at Siena have well prepared us for what we will face in the coming years. When I talk to former graduates and other adults, they always tell me that their time in college was the best of their lives. This may be true, but do not mistake that for college being easy. I think we can all remember a time when the pressure of our classes drove us to stress-eat 10 carnival cookies and wash it down with 12 ounces of chocolate milk at Saga. Or is that just me? Anyway, I could sit here and talk about how coming up with key success factors, or taking Orgo for bio majors, or even being assigned summer reading for freshman seminar almost made me reconsider coming here. I didn't forget about that one. We have conquered the stresses associated with juggling 5 classes a semester while also working 20 hours a week at an internship with someone named Deborah in accounting who can't even work her own email, let alone anything in the Microsoft Office suite. So yes, there will be real-world stresses, but we have been well prepared for those and know how to cope with them thanks to our 4 years at Siena. Another thing people talk about when they discuss the real world is the expenses. This comment I scoff at. I am plenty good at generating my own expenses. I have single-handedly spent enough money this senior year between spring break, Ubers, and Chipotle to put an entire family through a 4-year Siena education and the new MBA program. Rise above. I am clearly joking here, but Siena really has taught me very valuable lessons about keeping my finances. A classic cost-benefit analysis was always utilized whenever the required books list came out for the semester. Oftentimes, a simple Google search of the book's title with the letters PDF after it saved me from spending $200 on an astronomy textbook as a business major. So if nothing else, Siena taught me how to be clever, while still operating within the Franciscan values, of course. The pinnacle of the warnings I got about the real world was how cutthroat it'll be. No one is looking out for you but yourself, they say. Now I know they're hyperbolizing. I know this because before me right now is a group of students that did look out for me. The fact of the matter is, Siena is, yes, a college, but it's also a community. A place where people hold doors for you, a place where you can't walk more than a few steps in the quad without starting a conversation with someone you know. A place where Michelle at Starbucks will call you honey 1,000 times in one coffee order. Siena professors go the extra mile every day to help their students. Friars lend their stoic advice to all who seek it. And even Limmy will slip you an extra nugget on Chicken Nugget Friday. Find me another college with this level of close-knit friendships, and I will gladly take another student loan to go there for 4 years, but I do not think that place exists. Now, I'm going to wrap this up because the lights are in my eyes and I am profusely sweating through this graduation gown. So as we process out of this ceremony and enter the real world, armed with the lessons we learned at Siena College, I leave you with the wise words of St. Francis of Assisi. Start by what is doing necessary, then do what is possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, Paul. It is our privilege at this time to ask our guest, Bishop Edward Scharfenberger, to offer the benediction. Bishop.
God of love and mercy, throughout history you have searched us with a shepherd's love, going after all your lost sheep, and the lost sheep at times within us. Wherever we may be on our spiritual journey, we know that you love us and seek us out. And today we have felt especially your blessing on each and every one of us. Help us to know that that blessing remains wherever we take it, because we're thankful for it. We're thankful for all that has been given us. We're thankful for what you have inspired us to do and to hope in and to follow and to see the results that come when we follow those passions within us, which we know are your voice that speaks to us, that speaks to our hearts. Help us to know that wherever we go, we are never alone, that you are with us, and that your love in us unites us always to one another, that we take a part of ourselves as we take you with us, because it is you that have created us in your own image and likeness. Help us never to forget that. Help us never to define ourselves by what others tell us we are or are not, or even what we ourselves may think in our limited capacity to know ourselves and to one another, but rather always to see ourselves, our history, our future, as written in the palm of your hand that embraces us, that gives us your love, the breath of your gentle presence. We thank you for all of these blessings we have received, but with hope we look forward to those yet to come. Help us to bring those blessings to one another, to everyone that we meet, knowing that you have given us the power to bring your love and your presence to every person you meet without exception, whom you love. We thank you, Heavenly Father, for all that has been, but we look forward and hope for all that is yet to come, knowing that our best days lie ahead. Help us to be those people that you have chosen us to be, without fear and with love and with patience and kindness, which is all that you are and all that you want us to be. We ask this in your holy name. Amen.
Brother Edward Coughlin, president of Siena College, will now offer some final perspective. Brother Ed.
Class of 2019, you've received a lot of advice this morning. You've remembered a lot of things. And the best part of this is I'm the only thing that stands between you and the recessional. So let me, drawing on the words of St. Clare of Assisi to her sister Agnes, give you this one last wish. Class of 2019, go forward, swiftly, securely, and joyfully on the path of prudent happiness that you have chosen. Let nothing dissuade you from your resolution, and work through courageously the obstacles you may encounter along the way in the pursuit of a life of peace and goodness to which the Lord God has called you. May the Lord bless you. Pax et bonum. Let's go.
Before we close, I want to personally and publicly thank the many people who have made the events of this commencement weekend so spectacular. I couldn't possibly name all the offices and volunteers and staff people who've done so much work on this. But thank you to all of you for a job well done, and please let's give them a round of applause. And now a couple of notes. One is that photos from commencement will be available on the Siena College Flickr site. If you Google Siena College Flickr, they'll give you the link. Mr. Paul Dwyer, the Siena class of 1971, professor of accounting and business law and chair of the faculty committee, will lead the recession carrying the ceremonial mace of the college. I ask our guests to please remain in your seats until the presidential party, the faculty, and the graduates have all left the building. Due to the rain, our graduates will recess into the lobby areas. The School of Liberal Arts and the School of Science will meet with families in the atrium of the Times Union Center, the lobby area on the South Pearl Street side. Families of the School of Business, please remain in the arena and gather in sections 122 and 123. Your students will be led back into the arena to meet you here. Times Union staff will be around to direct you accordingly. This concludes the commencement exercises of the Siena College class of 2019. Congratulations again.
Thank you.